Also, too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the halter. That's why I'm thoroughly confused, because we had a good time sitting on the back porch having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play and listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me.
This is Sarah Boone. She is back in this room for a second day, ready to repeat the story you just heard. She does not know the phone she let detectives take is now sitting in a folder on the other side of that table, with the recording she made herself. She is about to find out. His name was Jorge Torres Jr. He was 42 years old. He had a daughter from a previous marriage he was no longer allowed to call. He had a job he had cared about, a store he had worked to fix up before the company gave up on it, and broke his heart, in Sarah's own words. He had a probation officer who, again in Sarah's telling, hugged her and told her how grateful she was. He had spent the afternoon of February 23, 2020, on a back porch in Winter Park, Florida, drinking wine with the woman he was going to marry. According to her testimony you are about to hear collapse, they came inside. They worked a puzzle. They started a painting. They played a game. By 11:12 that night, Jorge Torres Jr. was zipped inside a soft-sided suitcase on the living room floor. By the next morning, he was dead. On the morning of February 24, 2020, Sarah Boone called 911. She told the dispatcher she had woken up that morning to find her boyfriend dead inside a suitcase on her living room floor. She told the dispatcher she had been trying to do CPR. Deputies arrived. Jorge Torres Jr. was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause was suffocation. He had been zipped inside the suitcase and left there overnight. That same afternoon, Sarah sat down with detectives and gave a sworn, recorded statement. She said it had been a good day. She said they had been playing hide and seek. She said the suitcase had a broken zipper she had jammed with a paper clip, and Jorge had 2 fingers sticking out of it the whole time. She said she had gone upstairs to wait for him and fallen asleep. She said neither of them was drunk. Detectives let her go home that night. By the next morning, 2 things had changed. The medical examiner had pulled the body, and forensic technicians had pulled the videos off her phone. This is the moment Sarah walked back into that room, still defending the story you just heard, not knowing either of those things. Before Sarah sits down for a second time, this is what the detectives in that room have already seen. 1. 2 videos pulled from her phone. The first time-stamped 11:12 p.m., the second 11 minutes later at 11:23. Both shot by Sarah. Both showing the suitcase. Both containing Jorge's voice from inside it. 2. A photograph she took between those 2 videos. The suitcase still closed. Jorge still inside. 3. The autopsy. Bruising and a bump on the left side of Jorge's forehead. A cut near his lip. Contusions on his shoulder. Scratches across his back and the back of his neck. All recent. All within the window the medical examiner has identified as the night he died. 4. 2 empty wine bottles in the kitchen trash, and a Publix receipt showing both purchased the day before. Both. Not one. 5. The suitcase itself. Soft-sided. Single zipper. Intact. No hole large enough for a hand. And 6. The piece of evidence Sarah does not realize is evidence. Her own sworn statement from the day before. Recorded. Time-stamped. Already locked in. She walks in.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask you about these whenever we have a moment.
Sure. So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. And since I'm talking about the incident, we just have to do it, just like we did yesterday.
Protocol?
Just like we did yesterday. Remember I read you the rights?
Yeah.
Your rights? Yeah. So it's the exact same thing, but since I'm asking you follow-up questions, I need to read them to you, okay?
Sure.
All right. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect.
Mirandized. She is not in custody. She does not have to be here. And she keeps answering.
And we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I
Where?
want, so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So like basically you're getting hit and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Also too, he fell off my son's bike,
Okay.
so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the halter.
Listen to that answer. The detective named one injury. Sarah produced two explanations. She also did not ask a follow-up question. A bruise, a scratch, a bump. She doesn't want to know which one. She offers covers before the detective tells her what she's covering.
3. So I.
Okay.
I don't-
What about the scratches?
Sex.
Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. They occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is.
She came into this room ready to answer one question. The detective asked a different one.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on his head and skull,
I have no idea.
as if something hit him.
I
It's considered
have not
blunt force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know. I have not touched him.
3 times in 5 seconds. I have not touched him. The detective asked how the injuries happened, not whether Sarah caused them. Sarah answered a question that wasn't asked.
The probation officer,
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talked to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So,
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago. So,
give or take.
right. So what do you mean by he comes after you?
He gets belligerently drunk.
Mhm.
I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Mhm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose.
She just invited them to look at her phone. She thinks the videos on it prove she was the victim. The detective has already watched them.
Well, yesterday it made it sound like you guys were just drinking a glass or two. Yeah, you obviously had the bottle, but you told me on recording that you were not drunk, he was not drunk, you guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk. Number one, I do not want to get drunk. I don't like being non-complimentous, having my wits about myself. I don't like feeling out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm just saying, you're making it sound like he's a raging alcoholic today, and yesterday I was kind of asking you those questions, and you're a little defensive, no, we're not alcoholics,
I'm not.
we are not, but you guys were both sober on Sunday, to your knowledge, because when I said you went and passed out, you were no, I didn't pass out, I just fell asleep. So now it's kind of what is it? Were you guys drinking and it got out of hand, and
no.
It got physical?
No.
Or is it...
Sunday was one of the better days that we have had in quite some time.
This is the foundation she's about to spend the next 20 minutes defending. Sober. Better day. Fell asleep. Hold that frame in your head. Remember item 4 from the preload. 2 empty bottles. 2 receipts.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any like timelines better? Like what time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
You started the activities around 4, you said?
Yes, around 4:30ish, and then...
You just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious if you remember.
But when we were outside, that's where we would start and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside so we could
About
do
what
stuff.
time, do you remember what time that was, is what she's asking.
And you said you went up to bed around midnight, fell asleep around 12:30ish. But those are the only times I have. So I have 4 and I have midnight. So there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or
like when we started to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long. Maybe about 6-ish.
Notice what the detective is doing. She isn't challenging Sarah. She's asking her to fill in time. Every minute Sarah commits to now becomes a minute the videos can be matched against.
Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship. When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there, and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
Well,
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that
but
time,
I'm saying, I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game.
Watch the language slip. She said, "I would never do that," then immediately corrected herself. Well, we were playing. She just denied doing the thing she's about to admit doing. The detective heard it. She let it land and moved on.
So,
the suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing, he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So.
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
There it is. Asked directly whether she filmed anything on Sunday, the day Jorge died. She says no. The detective has at least 2 videos. And the photograph from that exact afternoon. From her phone.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's a shared phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it? Because it's password protected.
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes, too, like, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password, and he doesn't have the facial recognition. No. But he is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm assuming, other than...
Well, Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday.
She just confirmed, on tape, that no one else could have made anything on that phone Sunday night. She has now closed her own escape route. Anything the detectives are about to show her, she filmed.
So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and It was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
She is still being helpful. She has no idea what is on the screen.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shutting down.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
Yeah, it used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right.
This is what someone says when they are still trying to win the moment. She comments on the battery. She does not comment on what she just saw.
No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and.
No.
Okay, but why did you say it like that? Like.
I don't think you all understand who I am.
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
Asked about a video the detective just played, Sarah responded with her transcript. I would not do that. Said while a recording of her doing exactly that is on the laptop between them.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No,
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And this
Fuck
is,
you.
that's you, your voice.
Stupid. That's my name. Don't wear it up. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
I don't want to watch it, please.
That was 11 minutes of recording. He said her name 19 times.
There's two different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image, it's upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
She just admitted, on tape, that she physically moved the suitcase while Jorge was suffocating inside it. Twice. In her sworn statement the day before, she said she went upstairs and fell asleep waiting for him.
Show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no
gap.
hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Day 1 testimony. 2 fingers sticking out. Day 2 confrontation, looking at the video. No fingers. No hole. No way out.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no
gap.
hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a.
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
What does "fuck you" mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
like
partner.
he does. Like, I get told everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that.
She is not arguing the video is fake. She is arguing the words don't mean what they sound like.
My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers. And
He'll
it
be up
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you
He's
think
not
he's
able to get
joking?
out.
You told me he was laughing, and I.
We were
The
before.
video, there's no
When he
laughing.
first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
and
I
you're
didn't.
the only one laughing.
You're the only one laughing. The whole case is in that sentence.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No. Just because I went upstairs and... Just
You
because
told
you're
us-
drunk doesn't mean
told us
that you...
several times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and a video and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay. I understand where you all are coming from.
Yesterday, I had my wits about me. Today, I don't remember. The drunkenness arrived exactly when she needed it to. And the wine receipts the detectives have? 2 bottles, both purchased the day before.
There's two empty bottles of wine.
No, but we didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't.
There's receipts for the
They were
same
both
exact day.
purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't. Because they weren't there the day before.
The one
There's 2
was...
Publix receipts from yesterday.
Mhm.
Only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you 2 would have consumed together.
She just changed her story about how drunk she was. The receipt closed that escape route too.
What was the reason for leaving him when he's begging to be let out? I don't understand that.
What I have a feeling was, and again, it's the whole time frame thing. You all keep
I'm
asking.
not asking a time frame. I don't care about a time frame. He's
So-
in the bag saying, I can't breathe.
My God.
And you say, fuck you.
When he, so like for like the whole few minutes that he was in there, like I,
Minimum 11, but yes,
Oh.
go ahead. It's a few. 11, minimum.
But-
For the one video.
Well, in between the 2 videos. it's
Between the 2
11
videos?
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
so what was the question again?
When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him? There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out, and you're like,
Again, it's the
no.
boy calling wolf.
The boy who cried wolf said about a man who said her name 19 times before he stopped saying anything.
So, what's next?
They're going to come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about like in the long run. Like, what do I need to like? Do I need to be doing something or like?
I can't tell you what to do.
I mean, like, so like for, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna like, because it makes it sound like to me like I'm being accused of something that was not intentional. I'm being accused of it, and a handful of other things that I'm being accused of.
Okay.
So I don't want to be at home with Lucas and you guys show up.
She has stopped defending the story. She is asking how to prepare. She still thinks she is going home.
Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we've talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True
everything?
and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've
you
said
told
today,
us.
everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
That's
Because
how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
That qualifier was the only word of the answer that mattered to her. It is also the word that will not survive what happens next.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall. Put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
That is the only honest sentence she has said in 2 days. She thought the second interview was a continuation of the first. It wasn't. It was the closing of it.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will...
Someone needs to call Brian.
Okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home.
Watch the pronoun. Lucas. 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 Not Jorge. Jorge's name has not been said by Sarah in this room for over 40 minutes. The detective said it. The arrest said it. Sarah didn't. Sarah Boone was charged with second-degree murder. Her trial was delayed for 3 years and through 4 defense attorneys, several of whom she fired. She testified at trial. She told the jury, again, that it had been a game. In October 2023, a jury in Orange County, Florida, deliberated for under 2 hours. Guilty of second-degree murder. She was sentenced to life in prison. There are 2 pieces of evidence in this case that did most of the work. One was the autopsy. One was the laptop on the table. Neither would have existed if Sarah had not made them. She handed the detectives the autopsy when she called 911, and she handed them the videos when she stopped to film them. She made the case herself, twice, and forgot. If a sworn statement and a phone video can sit 11 miles apart on a timeline and still describe 2 different worlds, that is not memory. That is choice.